Hi guys, welcome to my channel Kami Tech. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kamran Ahmed and I am a graphic designer, a freelancer and a teacher. So I have created this channel named as Kami Tech. I'll teach you here graphic designing. So today we will discuss about the interface of Adobe Illustrator. And in this class, I'll just give you the overview of the software. And we will talk about the tools, the techniques, and the panels, and some bars in this software. And after that, we will start our tools. Many students become confused when they start learning of Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop, and they become confused that which software they should learn and which they should not. So first thing, I would like to confirm that both of the softwares are most important and every software does his own work. Like in Adobe Illustrator, we create some graphics like vector graphics, illustrations, and vector art, logos and icons, etc. And on the other hand, in Photoshop, we do the work of editing. We do Photoshop editing, we do photos editing, and images correction. The difference between Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop, and in the software, as I have mentioned, that we create illustrations, vector art, and logos. All these visuals are vector-based. And in Photoshop, we edit the images, we create some raster-based visuals or characters, and there are many other things that we do in Adobe Photoshop. So these are some differences between Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop. So those students who are confused about the learning of Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator, so I'll just recommend that they should learn first Adobe Illustrator and then they should jump on Adobe Photoshop, because Adobe Illustrator is a basic software and this software is easy to understand, easy to learn, and in this software you can understand the basic things, and with the passage of time you can proceed towards modern and towards complicated things. So let's come on the screen and then we will start proper learning of Adobe Illustrator. Now we have come on the screen and we are going to start our Adobe Illustrator. And first thing that I would like to tell you that how we can open this software. So there are many ways to open this software because you are beginners and this tutorial is for the students of beginner level. So that's why I will not tell you any complicated shortcut for opening the software. I'll just go to window option. I'll click on window option like this, or you can press the window button from your keyboard and just write here Adobe Illustrator. So now you saw that I wrote here Adobe and you can see the software on screen, and I'll just press enter and then it will start. Now it's opening and it will take a few seconds for opening, and when it will be open then we will start learning of Adobe Illustrator. So guys, now it has opened and you can see this is the interface of Adobe Illustrator. And guys, today I have decided to teach you the interface and selection tool in two videos, because we will discuss most of the things in this video and we will just see the overview of the software. So now you can see that this is the interface of the software. There are many things I would like to tell you the names of these things. The first thing, you can see that this is the logo of this software. This one is the logo of the software. AI, it means Adobe Illustrator software. So there are many options, and the first thing, that is toolbar. So this is the toolbar and you can move it, select it, and you can place it anywhere or where you want to place it. And again you select from here and again you can place it at its place. This is called toolbar. It has many tools, like this is selection tool, this is direct selection tool, this is magic wand tool, this is lasso tool, and so on. So there is another thing that I would like to tell you, that you can see there are some arrows here. This is a little arrow. These little arrows show that there are some other tools in this single tool. When you will right click on it, then you can see there are some other tools like pen tool, add anchor point tool, delete anchor point tool, and anchor point tool. So there are some shortcut keys written with these tools, because in most of the softwares has some shortcut keys for fast working. So this is called toolbar. And at the right corner of this software you can see that there is another bar. In fact, this is not a toolbar, this is basically the panel, control panel. When you will select a tool from here, all of the properties, all of the important things about that tool and the full controlling system will be appear here. And there are some other things at the top of the software, like file. From here you can take a file, you can take a document, or you can say that you can take from here a blank page. On that you can create some graphics, create some visuals. And after the file there is another option that is called as edit, and in this option there are many other options. You can see that edit colors, transparency, print presets, Adobe PDF presets, and there are many other things that are already present in the software, and you just apply these effects and properties to your visuals or your graphics. After that is object panel. There are many other things in this panel. There are some other options. You can see that, and when you will select a specific graphic, an art or a shape, then many of these options will be active, and then you will be able to use these options for different purposes. After that there is the option that is called as type. From this panel you can do many other things related typing, related font typing, styles, writing purposes. You can use this panel. After that there is another option that is called as select panel, and in this panel you can see that very little properties here and some sub options here. You can select any of them, and as I mentioned in some time ago, that when you will select a specific object, specific shape, a specific visual, then you will be able to see that these options will be active, and then you will be able to use them. After that, this is called effects. Effects mean there are some styles, some shapes, and some patterns, and there are many other creative things. You can use any of them for creating your graphics or visuals, so that's why you can use any of these things. And after that the panel is view. Basically these are tabs, and you can select any of them when you are creating your graphics or your visuals or arts, vector arts. Especially in Adobe Illustrator we create vector arts. And there are two other things like vector and raster. These are most important terms, and these two terms are related to Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop. But very soon definitely I will explain these two terms, because these two terms are most important for the learners or for the graphic designers, because if you want to be a professional graphic designer, then you should have knowledge about vector and raster, and you should know the differences between Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop, because without knowing the differences and similarities between these two softwares, you can't create professional graphics, and without this you will not be able to be a professional and creative graphic designer. So after that there is another tab that is called as window, and when you will click on it, you will see that most of the options are active now, but still we didn't get file or blank page, and still we didn't create any graphic. But you can see that there are many options that are active. It means without taking a blank page or document a file, you can use these options for different purposes. So you can see that browse add-ons, workspace. It means the place where you are currently working on. You can select anything, you can hide anything, and you can again bring back the things or panels on your interface of Adobe Illustrator. So control panel, tools, actions, align, appearance, artboards, attributes, brushes, colors, color guide, color themes, CSS properties, document info, flatter preview, and there are many other things that are here. After that there are some other options that we don't want to see them, because these options you will use when you will become an expert or when you will have basic knowledge of the software. And at the right side of the software you can see that there are some options like color and gradient colors, swatches, symbols, stroke, gradient, transparency, and there are many other things that we will definitely learn. I have given you the just overview of the software, and in the next class we will take a document and we will proceed. If you want to be a graphic expert and want to learn graphic designing from very basic and want to reach at its destination, so subscribe my channel, like and comment the videos. So take care of yourself and others. Have a nice day.